Listen, ladies and gentlemen, we have breaking news involving Carmelo Anthony. Yes, the Mellow Man himself. Can't, he could be coming out of retirement. There's a lot of things percolating and circulating. Um, Carmelo Anthony, you know, hasn't competed in an NBA game since back in April of 2022. Um, the New York Knicks legend, I know he gonna have that jersey hanging in the rafters. I have no doubt in my mind that that will be the case. This man is a top 75 player. Um, the, he's a career 20. He's a career 22.5 points per game. You know, a career 6 rebounds. We all know what this man could do. In New York, he pretty much took the unanimous vote from LeBron James. He was about to do what you seen Steph Curry do, become the first unanimous. The reason why LeBron never became the first unanimous is because of this man right here, Carmelo Anthony. But let's not diverge. Make sure you hit the subscribe button. It's Flight Sports. If you want to stay up to date with all of this, the New Orleans Pelicans has made a response to all of this about Carmelo Anthony. We're going to break it all down. Um, the 10-time NBA All-Star said on 7 p.m. in Brooklyn that the New Orleans Pelicans had reached out to him and he had received over tons of offers from China. So there's a lot of things going on with Melo. Melo did officially retire back in May. He called it a career after 19 seasons. You've seen the clip. He said he was basically giving it all to his son, Cayenne. Shout out LIU too. Cayenne Anthony is out there dominating, doing his thing. He don't get enough credit here at Flight Sports. We're going to be shining a magnifying glass on young Cayenne because New York City, man, this man could ball. I got nothing but confidence in him, seriously. It looks like Melo could be coming back. And if he goes to the Pelicans, I could only imagine what he would do for Zion Williamson. I could only imagine what he would do for a guy like Brandon Ingram. That's really the guy who I believe has the most to gain from all of this. Listen, Carmelo Anthony has the skill set. You see what BI is doing. Could you imagine if he could borrow some of the moves from Carmelo Anthony? Now you're talking about a much more lethal player. If you're a Pelicans fan, you should be clamoring for this move because not only this is a basketball move, but what it does for your culture, what it does for your locker room. Carmelo has been a guy who a lot of people tried to discredit. Melo shattered all of that. He's a guy great for the young guys. You see, and he played with CJ McCollum. So you talking about chemistry with the point guard of the team. You talking, I just think it's the sky's the limit. And then you got a great young coach over there, so it is a lot to discuss. Shout out Willie Green. Zion Williamson has definitely been going crazy. He would definitely add depth to that front court, though. Could you imagine him and Trey Murphy, Herb Jones, and them? Melo play defense. He's a great rebounder, and a lot of people gonna think this is funny when I say he plays defense. He may not be the best defender on the floor, but he's out there contributing defensively. He's yelling, he's talking, like I said, he'll get out on loose balls, and when it's winning time, and when it's winning, and I believe the Pelicans is a team that could shock some people, almost like how it was with the Portland Trailblazers, but they didn't really get a chance to do it because they went to the conference finals and they ran into the Lakers in the first round. So it is what it is. But I think that it could be a run like that with the Pelicans where they could sneak into the conference finals. The West is wide open. And you need this. You need this professionalism in the organization. You've seen Zion go through all these pits and turmoils, but it is what it is at the end of the day. Carmelo is a guy who could get him ironed out with some of these things that he's going through, get him to move more professional. And like I said, I want to repeat this right here. I told you that the Pelicans had responded. So the Pelicans basically put out. They wrote that thanks for calling it a career, and they said, let me delete this. So we don't know exactly what's going on. Could they be on the verge of a contract? This is the time of year where things start percolating. All-Star break about to come up. So this is around the time when people are discussing free agents, possibly after the trade deadline, especially the Pelicans. They don't look like a team trying to mortgage their future. But he would be good as a sixth man. I'm telling you, Carmelo Anthony don't get enough credit for doing anything it takes that the team wants. And whatever Willie Green is asking Melo to do, I guarantee that he would do it with no tripping, no nothing. But like I said, the Pelicans responded yesterday. They reposted something. They said New Orleans, congrats on a great career, Carmelo Anthony. So they pretty much showed pictures of Melo playing with, not well, of course, playing with CJ, but on the floor with Bi, on the floor with Hayes, and some of these people, even though Jackson Hayes isn't there anymore. But and then they wrote, "Let me delete this." So I think that the Pelicans is more likely than a China move. You know, Melo don't need to go to China. I think if that was gonna happen, it would have happened a long time ago. Melo has done enough to show people that he deserves something, And if he's retired, and you got the New Orleans Pelicans trying to make noise, and they want to go after him, go for it. You seen what he could do in the right situation. And the last time he was with CJ, it was like he was reinvigorated. A lot of people thought he was done, he was over, it was this, it was that. And then out of nowhere, Carmelo Anthony came and shocked everyone and balled out. So I got nothing but confidence in Melo. Here at Flight Sports, we will be celebrating the career of Carmelo Anthony. He's a Hall of Fame. There's nothing to discuss. People could try to discredit him. People could try to say this and say that, but at the end of the day, he's a Hall of Famer, and he deserves to go out the way he wants to go out. If he want to come back, so be it. That's what he wants to do. And listen, I'm going to support him. New York City, we love him, and we're going to continue to support our guys. He's done everything that we could have asked for as a New York Knick. We would have loved if Amari was there. Look what he did for some of the other people. Even with Dame, he fit with Dame. Every time they said that it wasn't going to be this, it wasn't going to be that, he ended up shattering all of it. So I definitely want to pay my respects to him. He definitely deserves it. But nonetheless, we're going to keep documenting this illustrious career. Make sure you hit the like button and you subscribe to Flight Sports TV. You already know what it is.